folks, welcome to another episode of SwillinGrog's Wonderful World of Beer. This evening I'll be revisiting a beer that I first reviewed 3.5 years ago in a 1 litre can. Paulaner Oktoberfest beer, 6% alcohol by volume, brewed and bottled by Paulaner in Munich, Germany. So as you can see, this time around I'll be reviewing it in a 500ml brown bottle. Now, with it being Oktoberfest at the moment, I thought it appropriate that I, one, review an Oktoberfest beer, and two, that it be Paulaner Oktoberfest beer, the first Oktoberfest beer that I did review. Alright, well anyway, let's get stuck into it, folks. I'll crack off the cap here and pour it into this lovely 500ml stein. Alright. So I'll give it a nice pour here. Hopefully it'll get some good head. Oh yes, it's going to get a magnificent head. Alright. Alright, it's a very active beer, as Jez Lawson would say. Alright, so anyway, I've given it a pour, and yeah, of course it's quite effervescent. It's a very clear, golden colour. Quite a bit of carbonation present there. What have we got? Nearly 4 fingers of bright white head there. Looks very fluffy. I'll just top this up actually, folks. Alright, but gee whiz, did I get a good head there. But that's, always good to see on an Oktoberfest beer. Alright, well it does have a magnificent appearance. Now, to move on to the aroma. Alright, well, as far as the aroma goes, I'm definitely, picking up some very sweet, barley malt there. Some caramel perhaps. And there's a, faint smell of grass. So it has a, it has a slight, hop presence to it. Alright, well, let me just finish topping this up. The head, fortunately, hasn't dissipated very much. It's holding it quite well, and yeah, I gotta say it's just a lovely looking brew that I really wish to dive into ASAP. Alright, so Proust. Alright, well, the taste, really does follow the nose, of course. You're getting a lovely hit of, sweet barley malts up front. This beer is, of course, a malt lover's dream. It's very malt forward, nice, rich, bready malts. There's a hint of caramel there as well. That's, very nice, and, a bit of, bitterness in the finish, but, it's quite minimal. This is, a really delicious brew, so I must have another gulp, folks. Well, it's definitely holding that taste profile. It's, just bready goodness. Absolutely delicious. It's a very big, bold beer. At 6% ABV. I would say that it's in terms of its body, it's probably between medium and full-bodied. Probably leaning towards full-bodied. It's a real no apologies brew, folks, and it's absolutely delicious. There's nothing offensive about it flavor-wise. It's very drinkable. Could you session it? Well, yes, but being at 6% ABV, it's going to catch up to you. You must check this out if you've never had it before. A letdown, I suppose, would be the price point. Although, 3 years ago I got a carton of this, and the price point was really good. This year, it wasn't so great. I shouldn't really, bitch about the price of it because, hell, it is just so enjoyable. Anyway, I think it's time for me to wrap this up and have one last gulp and give it a score out of 10 this time around. Alright, well, I'm just enjoying this so much, folks. All in all, it's an excellent beer, a fine example of its style. If you've never had an Oktoberfest beer before or a Marzen, definitely, check this one out. It's a real benchmark brew. Alright, well, anyway, what would I give it this time in terms of a score out of 10? Well, I think originally I gave it a 9 out of 10, but this time around I'd be happy to give it a 9.5 out of 10. So there you go, folks, a 9.5 out of 10 for Paulaner Oktoberfest beer. Alright, thanks for joining me for this revisit. It certainly was an enjoyable revisit. Anyway, hopefully I'll return soon with another beer review. So until then, fare thee well, all.